This is one of the memorable flights of the year. I've always wanted to fly around Lancashire and got in touch with Pete Marr, who kindly let me use his field. So, Pete Marr's field. Temperature on the ground 25 degrees. Time is 5 p.m. You've got light winds, 2 to 3 miles an hour. Thanks to Mark Hayes for the takeoff footage. So flying the Atom on this one, and the plan is to meet Pete in the air. He's just going to hang around for 15 minutes, he's got other stuff to do, and I'm going to head over to Blackpool.
To fly with Pete Marr! Here's Pete! Up in Clitheroe in Lancashire. Woo! So it's a 4-hour drive, but worth it. Look at these views! Check it out, what a place to fly.
So start with a fly over one of the biggest quarries I've ever seen in this country. And Pete flies with me, and over my campsite down there's my tent. He peels off for a landing, and then I head over to the coast. On the way, see Browsholme Hall, which is Lancashire's oldest surviving family home, built in 1507. So I've flown the Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire area quite a lot, and it's very, very flat around there. So to fly this area, it's a real joy, real treat. I love it. Now approaching Fair Snake Fell, there's some paragliders over there to the left, so keep out of their way, just keep to the right. Not many people up here, just a couple of dog walkers, and apparently there's some rare bird species, one of them being the hen harrier. So I can spot the coast in the distance, so I make a trip over towards a place called Wyresdale. One of my cousins got married there just a few months prior, and it's nearby. I thought I'd fly over and have a look. So this is Wyresdale Park, which is a manor house, lake and woodlands, which is popular for glamping, fishing, walking, and as a popular wedding venue, which is just down there below. Very nice place. So now heading towards Morecambe Bay, I see a microlight pilot just peel away. There's a few microlight sites around here. I glance over to my right and I see a load of parachutists dropping down. So I did see that on the air chart, so I kept out of the drop zone. It's so cool to fly past the parachute site. Apparently it's one of the oldest in the UK, established in 1966. So flying along the coast now towards Fleetwood and across the River Wyre. And then I drop down for a bit of cheeky low beach flying. Not many people around, so I think why not have a little cheeky, not a foot drag, but close, maybe 1 or 2 feet off the ground along the beach. Very nice, very warm day. Then the plan from here is to follow the coast round and then down south towards Blackpool. I've never actually visited this part of the country before, so it's nice to see it from the air for the first time. And it has a lovely promenade all along the coast. It goes for miles and miles, so nice area to live by the looks of it. This here is a posh school, Rossall School, founded in 1844. So down to the famous Blackpool with the Blackpool Tower, which apparently inspired the Eiffel Tower and opened in 1894. I didn't make it down to the pleasure beach because that's very close to the Blackpool airport airspace, so I didn't get to go that far down. So I had to make a turn before I got to the pleasure beach. And didn't get to see the illuminations either because they only come on at night. But lovely to fly down Blackpool and see it from the air.
So that's Blackpool behind me. Never been to Blackpool before. Now heading back inland over the hills, wherever they are. Epic flight, love it. Been on the coast to Blackpool. Shame Pete couldn't be here. We'll fly in the morning. I hope it's not foggy.
This place here is known as HMS Nightjar in recognition of its wartime role, and was originally used in World War II as a telegraphy training centre for the Royal Navy. Almost back at the field now, just go along this long ridge and then drop down the other side of the ridge and look for the airfield. What I love about this area compared to where I fly is that the fields are all green, because in East Anglia and Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire, there's mostly wheat is grown, but around here it seems to be a lot of grass for livestock. I try not to get too bold along this tree line here. My engine out options are to the left, so if my engine fails here I'll just do a left turn.
Try and find the field now. It's one of these green fields down here, I know that.
There's the van below, and I hook a right turn and come in for a landing. What an epic flight. Absolutely love that one. Absolutely loved it. Thanks Pete for letting me fly from your field. On landing, I do notice that it's only my wife has left, that everyone else has gone.
On my feet. Where is everyone?
So stay tuned for the next video where Pete and I have a magical flight over the fog.